Yeah. Uh, it is 2:21. Yeah. Just got here about 5 minutes ago. Yes. And I spent the afternoon going through the various drives that I have of the different documents. Yeah. Then I really started to look at the email accounts and thought I'd make some screen prints. Mm. I'm a little concerned at the refusal to respond to emails. I haven't gotten any phone calls. And I really don't know where my missing and kidnapped sons are. Now, I know that the sheriff's department and police departments have wanted to say that I'm a homeless man that happens to be mentally ill for wanting certain rights enforced. Yes. But when you issue court orders where the respondent doesn't receive actual notice of court hearings, yeah, that happens to violate the Constitution, you are obligated to protect the due process rights of every citizen of the United States. Now, I was wanting to sue you today. There is an obligation on the part of police and sheriff's departments to protect the constitutional rights of citizens. Now, I noticed in the protection order that was served on me, yes, that the protected person known as the petitioner, right, that happened to be the biological mother of the five minors named, that was or is still married to me, yeah. It looks like she wasn't at the court hearing. Now, this signature, yes. It's not the same as that signature. That would be a forgery, yes. Now, it could be that the sheriff's department thought that they could refuse to enforce the laws of the United States. But I would think any person can see the difference between these two signatures. Yes. And as much as you want to say that this is legal, Sheriff of Clallam County, it happens to violate the laws of the United States. Now, um, the petitioner wasn't there. Yes, she would have signed it. Now, Judge Ken Williams, yes. The petitioner motioned the court for dissolution of marriage. Yeah. Now, this account that I have here is somewhat of a problem because it only goes by name instead of last date modified. Yes. And just looking at it, I had sent, yes, some emails about a terabyte or more worth of emails. Yes. And you decided that the dissolution of marriage would not be removed. Now, it could be discrimination, right? Maybe you're prejudiced. I got to thinking about provoking law enforcement to refuse to enforce the laws as if this were my fault. Yes. But just looking at this court case that's in Washington State, yes. Um, I'm named, see, it's Heidi Lee Budnick versus Paul Budnick. Yes. The petitioner goes first when they do that. You didn't put the respondent first and then the petitioner. Because I think it's because I'm a man. Oh. Now let's say you got me every birth certificate of every man in the United States for the last 60 years. Yes. Just go through every state of every man that has been born in the United States of America. Now, I brought the encyclopedia in because it could be that sheriffs and police departments don't understand about men. Some men, they would argue with the sheriff. They'd say, "Well, sheriff, you're not protecting my rights as a man." The sheriff would say, "Get an attorney and motion the court if you have a problem." Some men would get very upset. Poop. They'd want to beat the fucking shit out of you right now. Now, I'm going to involve the whole male population of the United States today because this concept of marriage, yes, it looks like I'm being discriminated against because I'm a man. If a woman had emailed the sheriff's department that her rights were being violated, would you have the same approach for a woman as you've had for a man? Now just give me every man in the United States of America that thought that being born, I'm not talking naturalized, born in the United States of America, that when they had informed law, look at that, the Marine Corps. They had informed law enforcement that their children were taken from them without any protections of law, that they would have expected the police and sheriff's departments to protect their rights as men. Now, I know you're confused about this whole concept of a man. That's why I thought we'd use the dictionary or the encyclopedia. There's Manitoba. There's a mango. Yes. Mandarin. Mammal. Man. Oh, see, human being. Wait a second here. Oh, I would have thought that they had a definition of man, but it involves being a human being. Now, this whole concept of the human being known as the male, ooch, maybe it's in there. Oh, they have mammary glands in here. Yes, they have mammals. Ooch. Maybe, as a male human being, the sheriff and the police department. Now I'm going to rip the fucking nuts off the top of the United States of America. It looks like somebody has it in mind that being a male, that I do not have any rights. Look at male, reproduction, sexuality. Now let's look at it. The the petitioner was a female, was a woman. You arrested. Well, here's what you can do, you stupid motherfuckers. I'm a man. As a man, are you enforcing the laws equally as if I were a woman? Now, I've just documented over a terabyte, 1,000 gigabytes of emails and documentation. I just proved to you forgery. That means fraud. And I'm wanting to put in prison every individual in this nation that has sworn that they would protect the rights of every citizen. Now, myself being a man, it looks to me like the